Hello guys, today we're gonna talk a bit about Arena and also this season in general, because there's so many things that started to, or not many things, but a couple of things that started to bug me when it comes to Arena, and it can't only be me experiencing this problem. For example, every day I'm basically getting attacked like this, and especially from this guy. He attacked me like 3 to 4 times a day and just farming me. And I can't be the only one that has this issue. And the reason I want to bring this up isn't because I'm getting farmed. I can stay in champion, it's no problem. I have my team set up and I have no problem staying in champion. But I can imagine the frustration being a free-to-play player and finally getting up to champion or getting close to champion, and then you just have one guy farming you like this. He attacked me 3 times in a day as well. I believe that's it, but it happens several times that I get attacked several times in a row by the same person. And this Denken guy is a prime example of that. And the problem with that is, of course, everyone wanna get their stellar crystals. Free-to-play players get limited by this. I haven't checked my other accounts if this is happening to them as well, because the new free-to-play series hasn't gotten that far yet, and of course I will get farmed by everyone that has spent some money or just had better luck than me. That's the next part about this that's so annoying. Imagine finally getting champion and getting farmed down like that and getting knocked out again, and this is the only way to get status guaranteed. So what are free-to-play players meant to do? We need to even the playing field a bit, because in the end, free-to-play players can't even compete against other free-to-play players. If someone high rolls a lot in the beginning of the game and get into champion before another free-to-play player. I have played for this server for 93 days, but I think it's like 95 days old or something like that, if not longer. And I don't know when free-to-play players start getting into champion, but I imagine it's like a month in, maybe a bit longer, depending on how many spenders and how they're getting farmed and how lucky they are with hero copies. But then imagine if you have someone else, you have a free-to-play player that's high roll, got into champion, start buying stellar crystals. Let's say for example on day 30 they managed to get in champion. Every week you can buy 5 stellar crystals. Then you have a free-to-play player that didn't high roll good PvP heroes. They can't get in, and it's still struggling to get in. 30 days go by, and now the free-to-play player that got in on day 30 have now bought like 20 stellar crystals. So that other free-to-play player is 20 stellar crystals ahead of the guy that was just unlucky in the beginning. And let's say that keeps happening, or it's a very active server where there's a lot of whales, so very few free-to-play players manage to get into champion at all. By day 90, the first free-to-play player that got into champion basically have 40 more stellar crystals than the free-to-play player who didn't manage to get into champion. Then maybe we have some free-to-play players who manage to push themselves into champion, get knocked out, manage to push themselves in, but that's a week cooldown, so they still get half. So if it's 20 every month to be in champion, they get 10. And then imagine if you're finally getting in and this bullshit happens to you and you just get farmed down every time because 1 or 2 people is just target farming you. Maybe Ygda was a bad example because this only happens like 2 to 3 times. I can imagine this happen to weaker players way often, because when it comes to spenders, a bit different, because all their spenders doesn't dare to attack each other. Like they go in and be like, oh, this was a bad example, I can probably beat all of those guys. But they go in and then they check the lineup, they check the arena, and they're like, no, I'm not gonna challenge this guy. And then they find that one person they can beat, and then they just sit and refresh while they're still looking for other people to beat. They still look after that one player they know they can beat for sure. And I can imagine that happening to free-to-play players even more. I'm gonna jump over to my other account and check if this has happened. Even though it's the account I accidentally spent money on, it's still a free-to-play account in a sense. Because I haven't spent anything to get any hero copies. So let's just go in and check on this account. I'm in champion on this account as well. Been standing still for a bit, but let's see if it happens here as well. Here we have it. Yeah, there it happened as well. There is a lot of people that attack me once a day. Of course, they are allowed to attack. That's not the point. Point is people like this Shenko guy getting farmed by the same person over and over again. Shouldn't be happening unless it's the top players. And I'm saying this because this might as well be you as a free-to-play player, and it's happening while you're trying to stay in champion, and you just get farmed by one guy. So they need to solve this somehow. I don't know how, but my suggestion basically is that everyone weekly can buy some stellar crystals. I don't know how many, but some. Because getting behind because you get knocked out of champion all the time is just bad. So I don't know how they should solve it, but there needs to be easier access to stellar crystals in arena for everyone. And maybe it happens later on in the server. Like, it shouldn't be available until maybe you have 200 champions. Then once there is 200 champions, maybe people in legendary can buy maybe 3, 4 stellar crystals. And then just to keep the competitive aspect up, where in the PvP, then maybe top 21 to 100 can buy 2 or 1 or 2 more, and then the top 20 maybe buys 3 more or something like that, just so everyone can get some stellar crystals. Because the longer this problem goes on, the further behind other free-to-play players will get. I think this is the first time I've been really critical of the game in general. Something else that would be nice would be something similar to hero drills, but with some stellar crystals or something like that. But yeah, I don't know. It's a problem that needs to be solved. I don't know how they should solve it, but need to even out the playing field, and they need to stop so people can't get farmed. People can't get farmed like this. It's one thing if they can attack you like 1-2 times a day, but I've had this happen several times, and I imagine a lot of other people have had that problem as well. And then I'm just gonna talk about the new hero release. You're gonna release her in 4 days. Let's swap back to my main account again. So we're now back on my main account, and just to see, here we have my Rainier. I got him to Mythic Plus like 2.5 weeks ago, maybe. And here you have my stellar crystals. I've been buying everything the weekly from champion. I've also bought basically every single pop-up pack that isn't insanely priced. By insanely priced, I mean the ones for like 2.5k dragon crystals, because that's like 120 bucks me, or 120 euro. That ain't happening. I don't have that kind of money. I have some money to spend, but not that kind of money. So even though I'm a spender, I haven't even gone in on Freya's. I don't have any other these ones. I just roll from the all hero or the free login. They are from this one. I haven't grabbed an additional copy of anyone. And I haven't gone in on Freya's. I'm not even close. I checked the guild. medals as well. I'm not even close to getting a new hero as well. Like, they went from not releasing anything new, then all of a sudden, within like a couple of weeks, releasing new heroes. Sorry, I didn't know the update or patch notes didn't show up. Doesn't say any dates. Presto was released like 3 weeks ago, and now they're prepared to release the next Celestial or Hypogean. Like, come on, when mid spenders can't even keep up, when mid spenders and other spenders can't keep up with the hero copies coming out, then you're releasing them too quickly. We need something new. I can agree to that, but it's not another hero. What we need is another mode that doesn't feel like just endless grinding at the moment. Because what's done daily right now, I'm kinda low of time because I'm running 3 accounts. But if I only had 1 account, I would be kinda bored of AFK Journey right now. For the reason that the only thing I can really do is sit here every day and try push as highly as I can in AFK stages. I can do my Dream Realm attempt, but I know if I place top 4, 5, I don't need to push it anymore because no one is gonna knock me down. It's been like that for 2-3 weeks now because I spent money. The Duress Trial, I'm basically stuck. I can get this up a bit more, but I don't even need to bother. Prime Arena, same thing here. I can't stay in the top 20, so I just need to make sure I'm in the top 50. Arena, I just do my 20 weekly challenges and make sure I'm not getting knocked out, so I lose all the Stellar Crystals. Then in Trials, yes, I can probably push a bit in here if I wanted to. But what's the point when I need to collect... when I need to collect 5 of these to upgrade my Fact 1s. And there's no way I can push that many levels in a week because the difficulty is so high. And I don't say I should be able to push it that high, but it's just another mode where there's no creativity and you just put in your heroes and you press fight and then you hope you win. And then if you don't have enough power, you wait to get more power. I don't know what they can release to make this more interesting right now, but I feel like we need a different mode. Like the events that's been, the Trivia Quest one with the time limited event. I know they're gonna change it, but holy, how they even deployed that event, I don't even know. Like how they thought that was a good idea, like time limiting people to play the game and be like, hey, if you want these rewards, you need to play it during these hours. I stayed up for those events and I did them, but holy crap, I lost so much sleep over that. And now many people probably said, yeah, but you could just have gone to bed. Yeah, I could. But on my free-to-play account, that's so many resources I can't lose against other people if I want to be competitive or compete with them in any mode. Like you had soul stones, you had stellar crystals, you had invite letters, you even had affinity that gives more diamonds and invite letters if you use them correctly, and boosting heroes to 1.3k affinity. Then you have this hero drill. Sure, it was kind of fun, and that was also, it went really quickly. And it was just a quick daily, you log in the day it opens and then you complete it. I don't know what they can release to make this more interesting right now. I just know I want or need something more. And why didn't they release like a season Arcane Labyrinth? I find the idea of Arcane Labyrinth really fun. Like deploying your team, going in, and same here, no season content. And I know they don't want people to have too much to do, but why couldn't they at least rotate it between Honor Jewel and Arcane Labyrinth, then done a season Arcane Labyrinth as well. Some season abilities or something cool like that. Like put more vents in Darken Labyrinth, like solar crucibles or tactical weapons. And I don't know, man. I like the game a lot, but the direction they're going in and punishing free-to-play players because they're not in champion and can't get stellar crystals. At some point, players that's been here for a long time will just sit and look at a long list of Hypogean and Celestials they can't get and be like, what's the point of playing? I can see how demotivating this will be eventually, when it will take ages for free-to-play players to get Hypogean or Celestials, and that's why they need to fix their arena or have another resource or another way to get stellar crystals. And I think that's where they could have updated like Arcane Labyrinth. Arcane Labyrinth could have become a season mode, where instead of maybe epicing white letters, they made it more difficult, put in some new stuff, and gave us more rewards for doing this. And maybe have the weekly reward be like epicing white letters or something, and then having the clear be a couple of stellar crystals or stellar crystal with another currency or resource. That would have been fine as well. So that was a bit of a rant. Still like the game. Just want to see something different happen, because it went from no heroes, interesting heroes being released, to releasing 2 heroes within a month, and me as a spender can't even keep up. So I imagine how frustrating it is for free to play, being like, hey, I almost got my Rainier to Mythic Plus now, and now there is this new cool hero that might be really good, and I can't get it. But good luck to you guys. I hope you're getting champion. I hope you're there so you can buy those weekly stellar crystals, and if you aren't, I'm sorry. I don't know what to tell you. But as always, thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.